the subscribe button if you don't want me to come at night.
Imagine this. You're with your friends, embarking on a seemingly idyllic weekend getaway to a rustic cabin nestled by a tranquil lakeside. The laughter and chatter of the group echo through the crisp air as they pull up to the cabin. It's a picture-perfect scene, a peaceful haven away from the hustle and bustle of the city. Among them are Jake, the joker of the group, always ready with a quip or prank. Then there's Sarah, the brave one, never afraid to venture into the unknown. And of course there's Alex, the quiet one, who observes more than he speaks. Their excitement is palpable, their anticipation for the weekend's adventure high. But beneath the serene surface there's an unsettling murmur. The lake whispers in hushed tones, an eerie lullaby that seems to echo the secrets of the deep. It's a chilling foreshadowing that goes unnoticed by the merry group. As the sun dipped below the horizon, the group, unaware of the impending terror, settled in for their first night. In the dead of night, an unsettling whisper seemed to echo from the lake, winding its way into their dreams. As the moon climbed high in the starless sky, the whispers began to take on an eerie rhythm. Like a ghostly chorus, the whispers danced on the wind, creating a symphony of soft, chilling sounds that seemed to emanate from the murky depths of the lake itself. At first, the group dismissed these nocturnal whispers as mere figments of their overactive imaginations, products of the scary stories they'd been sharing around the campfire. Others rationalized them as the harmless sounds of nocturnal wildlife, maybe the rustle of leaves or the distant hoot of an owl. It was easier to believe in the ordinary after all than to entertain the extraordinary. Yet, as the night wore on, the whispers grew louder, more insistent. They began to carry a sense of urgency that unsettled the group. The whispers seemed to be calling to them, pleading, warning. But as the whispers grew louder and more urgent, they began to realize that this was no ordinary lakeside retreat. With the arrival of the new day, the horror truly began to unfold. The dawn had barely broken when the first signs of the unearthly began to show. Shadows darker than the night flickered in the corners of their vision. Figures, hazy and indistinct, darted around the periphery of the cabin, vanishing before they could be truly seen. Yet it was impossible to shake off the sensation of being watched, of unseen eyes boring into them. Then came the footsteps. Soft at first, like a whispering wind, they echoed through the otherwise silent rooms. The sound grew louder, more insistent, mimicking the rising dread that pooled in their stomachs. Each footfall seemed to come from nowhere and everywhere at once, a chilling reminder of the cabin's haunted past. The floorboards creaked under the weight of invisible entities, doors creaked open of their own accord, and cold drafts swept through the rooms, carrying with them the faintest hint of a mournful wail. The fear among the group was palpable, a thick cloud of terror that clung to them, refusing to disperse. They were in the grip of something they didn't understand, something they couldn't even see. Their laughter and camaraderie from the previous day seemed a distant memory, replaced by a shared dread that consumed their every thought. As the spirits of the water made their presence known, the group found themselves trapped in a nightmare they couldn't wake up from. The terror didn't stop at sundown, it was only just beginning. As darkness draped over the lakeside retreat, the quaint cabin's charm turned sinister. The silence of the night was pierced by whispers, chilling and mysterious, floating on the wind from nowhere. These were no ordinary whispers, but the murmurs of the unseen horrors that lurked in the cabin's shadowy corners. The group, once merry and carefree, was now gripped by an intense fear that clung to them like a second skin. The cabin, their haven, had become a playground for spectral presences. Even in the safety of their sleeping bags, they felt an unnerving sensation of being watched, the eyes of the unseen tracking their every move. Their laughter and camaraderie had been replaced by hushed voices and wide-eyed glances. Each creak of the cabin's timbers, each rustle of the wind outside amplified their mounting dread. The once comforting crackle of the fireplace now sounded like the gnashing teeth of unseen monsters. As the night progressed, their desperation grew. The realization that they were not alone in the cabin was a chilling epiphany. This was no ordinary lakeside retreat. They were in the grip of something far more sinister, far more ancient. The spirits of the water were making their presence known, and the group was merely playing their part in a horror tale as old as the cabin itself. As the last light of day faded, they were left wondering, would they survive the night or become part of the cabin's ghostly folklore forever?
Hit the subscribe button if you don't want me to come at night.